Hello, everybody. Today we're going live with the Women Inspiring Network, and we have Vedika Bhandari with us. She's a Mumbai-based TV and film actress, and she's very, very famous for her character in the TV series Wo Apna Sa and Kasam Teri Pyar Ki, and she was also part of the film Dream Girl, and she recently performed in the web series. And we are very, very excited to have her on our platform today. And for those of you who don't know about the Women Inspiring Network, we took shape during lockdown last year, and we are an inspirational storytelling platform which creates, shares, and inspires the women. It's a movement to pay it forward. We've done some really exciting panel discussion series which have been with American Embassy, which was on youth and empowerment. We've also done a couple of series with Prem Jain Memorial Trust. We did a fashion tech and sustainability with IIT. We've also done an entrepreneurship with Jai Hind College. And if you'd all like to join our membership, do feel free to log on to our website www.womeninspiringnetwork.com. And I'm just going to see where Vedika is. 1 second. I will send a request to Vedika. Vedika, I'm just finding Vedika. I think she's not online yet, but I'm just. Can you all see Vedika? We've sent her a request also, so. Yes, I think she's just going to be joining us. And if you think anyone else has an inspirational storytelling to share, do feel free to DM us. Thank you so much, Vedika, for joining us today.
Hi.
And I was
Thank
telling
you for
all of,
having me.
and we were so excited that you're joining us. And of course, I introduced about you to our guests and our viewers, that how you got into the television and the film business, and all about your series. So tell me something, Vedika, that you are hailing from a family that wasn't really into showbiz. So how did
Yeah.
you develop your interest and passion for acting? And tell us a bit about your acting journey.
I'll tell you what. So, as a child, I've always really, I've always been a part. Somehow, I don't know. I think right from school, I've always been a part of my dramatics team. I'd always, participate in these competitions and stuff. So I was always this person who had this as a hobby. I had acting as a hobby, and I think my mom was very excited about, the film industry. So when we moved to Bombay, as a child, she would like take me for auditions and stuff, like very basic ads or like like these dancing roles or very tiny, tiny things. But I was very fascinated. I was very intrigued. I used to always be like, you know what, this is something that's cool, and I think I want to someday try it. But I never actually thought of it seriously. So yeah, I mean, that's what happened. Just give me a second. Okay. So yeah, so that's how it all started, and I feel like it's taking it up as a profession took some time. I was actually doing my chartered accountancy. I was studying very hard for it when I realized that I think I mean, this is great, but if I won't try this, I'll always have a question in my mind that what if, so I finally mustered up the courage and went to my parents and spoke to them about this entire situation. And they were very, very confused first because I was doing pretty well in my chartered accountancy too. But then they were like, you know what, if you want some time off, then go ahead, do what you have to. I went to acting school. I studied in NIFA, I'm very lucky for my parents to have supported me so much. They sent me to film school. I learned as much as I could. I came back to Bombay and I went to Anupam Kher Sir's Academy. I studied there and then I like started, seriously giving auditions and stuff. So yeah, I mean that's a bit about whatever happened with me. Yeah, that's how it
Well,
started.
that's amazing because it of course will inspire all our viewers, and for those who've joined now, the Women Inspiring Network is an inspirational
Yeah,
telling platform
yeah,
which inspires the women in our country, and it's a movement to pay it forward. And if anyone has
yeah.
some interesting stories to share, they can definitely DM us. So tell me, you
Yes.
also enrolled in Anupam Kher's Institute of Acting. So,
Yeah.
how important it is to attend acting schools or workshops, and tell us about your experience there.
So I'll tell you, I had such a wonderful time at the institute, and I'd actually come from New York, so I'd studied.
I think there's a bit of a network issue with Vedika's network.
Hello,
Yes, now you're
hi.
fine.
Did you lose me for a bit?
We few
Oh
seconds.
my God, I'm
Yes.
so sorry. Okay, okay. So I had come from New York, and just things over there were very different. So when I joined acting school over here, it took me a while to understand how things work here. And I have to give it to my teachers who really helped us learn so many things, you know, you're just unaware. Everybody thinks, Are actor banna chahti hai, actor banna chahta hai. It's so easy. It's like this. No, it is not that. It is very hard. It's a different genre, and people who don't like, people who aren't actors will kind of find it hard to understand what the job is. So I mean, they gave us an insight into how the industry works, how you're supposed to prepare yourself, and all of that. So it was a wonderful time. I made some lifelong friends. Till today, we're in touch, and I'm always gonna, thank Anupam Kher Sir's Academy for it. Plus, we used to have these Sunday classes with Anupam Kher Sir, and he would sit and he would just narrate his life stories to all his students, and it used to be so, somebody who's a veteran actor sharing his struggle day stories, and all that he's been through really gives you so much faith, hope in yourself, and to say that, look at where he is today, look at the personality, and he's been through so much. So he would just sit and talk to us like his friends and just give us advice, and just share things, which was lovely. I mean, it's like first hand experience, and somebody so experienced talking to you is great. So yeah.
Yeah, that's how amazing that is. And tell me, when did you get your first break and started being recognized as an actor? And I can see a lot of your fans calling you Tara Bhabi. It's permanent.
Oh
And
God.
they love you, and how
That's
cute and
I'm
fabulous you
so
look.
I'm so thankful to all of you guys who have loved Tara. But I'll tell you, I got my first break on a television show, which was called Wo Apna Sa, which used to come on ZTV. I played a smaller part, but from there I was recognized as an actor. And people started calling me for more auditions, for more roles, knowing that I was a part of this show. But yeah, I feel like Tara has given me so much that I can't I mean, I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm very grateful for all that I've got because of Tara. So yeah.
And you were also part of the film Dream Girl, and you were
Yes.
working with many established star casts. So, how was your experience working there? If you could throw some light.
I'll tell you what, it was the first, like I'd worked on television, but I'd never worked on a film set. And such a big film set with such a big star cast, with such big directors, everything. And I was so nervous. I have to tell, I was very, very nervous, but I had a really nice team. Like my director was very sweet. The actors were very nice. Everybody, I didn't get to interact much with everybody because I had a smaller part, but everybody was just so, it was it was something different I saw. Such humongous sets, so many people, and the vibe is just different. So I was very nervous, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to forget my lines. I don't want this to happen. I want everything to be perfect. But I think the first shot I gave, I like fumbled and stuff, and then like the director came and was like, just chill, and I was like, yeah, 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 I'm okay. So yeah, it's scary, but at the same time, like the rush is crazy, and plus getting to work with such wonderful people is always going to stay with me. I always feel like I wish I had more to do on the film, but whatever I did, I learned a lot, and I'm very glad to be a part of it.
And what is this? Listen to me. There's a question. I want to ask you, the person in Indori escape.
Some people are really funny. I don't understand the question.
Even I didn't understand. I thought it was a part of something of yours. And so now tell me, you forayed into web series. And so how different is web series from TV and films? And, just throw some light, like which platform do you enjoy working on more? And.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. So, at the end of the day, I'm a performer. So whichever medium I get to do my stuff, I'm happy. But I'll just tell you, they just have different ways of working because of probably like a TV show in our country comes every day, right? Like every day there's an episode, every day you have to be working and stuff. And web shows have seasons and that concept. So I think that's where they differ. But otherwise, actors everywhere, the crew everywhere, everybody works equally hard, and it's all the same. The craft is the same. Everything is the same. But I feel like our web content can give a little more. What do you say? I think our characters are a little realistic, or there are a lot of realistic things that we aren't able to show on TV that we can show on the web. But otherwise, apart from that, I don't feel like there's much difference. And yeah, as long as I get to act, I'm happy. Whether it's TV, I'm always gonna love TV because I started my journey right from there. So yeah, and I'm always gonna love the web because the web gave me Tara. So yeah.
That's lovely. And tell us about any of your failures, obstacles, or learning in your journey, if you could, or any lesson which you've learned, and you can throw some light on that.
You know, every day is a struggle. Okay, every day you have to wake up and you have to be like, especially if you're an actor and you're in this industry. Um, First of all, it's not easy getting good work. It's really not. Everybody, that's what I say. People who are not a part of the industry do not know how hard this is, and you have to like. I feel like an actor faces so much rejection in totality. I myself have given over 500, 600 auditions, and I've worked on like, I've been lucky enough, I've been, to get the amount of work I've done. But in comparison to the amount of auditions I've given, so facing the rejection from every audition that you put your heart and soul into really can, mess you up. But I feel like, that's what it is. Every day you have to wake up. Every day is a new day. Every day you have to stay strong, be patient, and give in your 100%. So I won't say struggles and failures. I just feel like you have to take each day as it comes. So it's all, I'm just saying all of these things. Everything is easier said than done. It takes a lot into every person to, be so motivated always and always wanting to put your 150% in. But yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. And tell me, like the challenges which you faced in your career, And do you think it's easier for people now, or it's more difficult now? People who are entering the industry now, like let's say this year or last year.
Yeah, no, no, no. I feel like it's all the same. Whether it was 10 years ago or maybe 10 years later, I feel like the struggle is always going to be there. You have to work hard to get where you want to be. And nothing comes easy. And there's always a price you're going to have to pay for whatever, happens. So I just feel like nothing is easy, whether it was 10 years ago, today, next 10 years, in the future, whatever. It's always gonna be hard. It's always gonna be a struggle. So yeah, I don't feel like there is a difference in that.
We will, of course, take some questions from the audience. So, if the audience, our viewers, if you have a question with regards to
The only question
Vedika's
I get
career,
these
yeah, with regards to
career,
your with
I just
career,
get Tara Kunal के साथ ऐसा क्यों किया?
yeah, like something like that. So then we will take it up. But
Yeah.
tell me, any when you were growing up, tell us about your favorite film or a TV character or an actor who inspired you, and that's how you decided you wanted to foray into this journey.
Uh-huh. See, I have always been a Kareena Kapoor fan. I have loved her right from the beginning. I feel like she is just what she is. She's always been herself. Even today, like I follow her on Instagram and all of it. Like nobody can change her. If she's a certain way, the fame, the films that come or go, whatever, nothing has changed her. She's been the same person, and I'm so, like, I admire that so much. And I feel like she's somebody who's working so much after she's got a family and all of it, and just I just look up to her in a lot of ways. That's Kareena Kapoor. I've loved her right since I was a child, but I also feel like Priyanka Chopra is another person I really look up to, because her uh, what do you say, her career graph has just shot up to another level. And I just watched these videos of hers, and she just says such inspiring things. So yeah, I love the
Yeah,
two
and
of them.
she's made a mark even in
She's made a
Hollywood.
mark even in Hollywood. Like, I don't think there is anybody in the entire world who would not know her, you know?
Yeah.
And that is such a big achievement. So yeah, I love both of them. If I may talk about another celebrity actor, I'll always say I love Sushmita Sen. She's been a little out, though she's come up with a web show and stuff, but I've always found, she speaks so much sense. Like, she just talks to you, and I just want to listen to her. And so yeah, she's another person I really look up to. So three of them, and each of them have different qualities, and I wish I could even like have 2% of what each of them have. But yeah.
So someone's asked, what is your next series coming up? Suresh has asked, please tell us your next series which are coming up.
I will let you guys know. Things are in the pipeline, but I'm not allowed to put it out yet. Once I am, I will let everybody know.
And what kind of roles are you looking forward to in the future?
I actually don't have anything in mind that, this is something I want to do or this is what I want to do. I feel like as and when I get a script and I feel like, yeah, we can do this, I will go for it. But there's nothing in particular. I would definitely want to try things I've not tried before. And that'll only happen once I read a script and I'm like, you know what, this is challenging. I think I should give it a shot. So yeah, nothing. I want to actually do all kinds of roles, whatever. Like, I want to be versatile enough to be able to play different kinds of roles. So yeah, whatever comes. And I'm not saying I'm going to be good at all of them, but yeah, I would definitely want to try.
And what was your family's reaction when you decided to pursue a career in acting? Like, were they supportive, or if you could throw
Yeah,
some light on
like,
that?
yeah, they were. So I have been lucky to have a family who supported me through thick and thin. They have been literally the backbone. Is that right? Yeah, they've been my backbone and they've stood by me through everything. I remember there were days where I would just be like, there's this audition, but I don't feel like going. I'm having a sad day or I don't want to go. And my dad would literally come and tell me that this is what you're working for, right? Go give the audition. And I'd be like, okay, fine. So they've motivated me. And my mom has sat down and we've read scripts together and we've thought of things and she's given her advice and, we've had conversations. So I have been very lucky to have parents that supportive. And yeah, but I mean, I don't feel like a lot of children do get that. And especially if you want to get into the acting industry. I understand the pros and cons to everything, but yeah, I have been blessed with a very supportive family.
Nice, nice to know. And how has the pandemic been for you? Like, what kept you positive during the pandemic since last year?
Oh my
Uh,
God. The pandemic has created such a havoc in everybody's life. I feel like nobody thought of a situation like this. Nobody expected that it's going to be like this and we're all going to be locked in our houses for over like almost a year and a half. We were all sitting at home. So initially, it was very hard for me, for my family. Uh, we Nobody could understand what was happening. Like the entire world couldn't understand what was happening. And was this for real? Was this not? What is happening? Is it everything? It was just chaos, right? But some days were very hard at home, but then again I always sat down on those days and thought of all of the things that I should be grateful for, that I should be thankful for. There were so many people who just you're at home is one thing, but there's no income, there's nothing happening. There's so many people who had to still get out, the doctors that were working, everybody had to, people we I was lucky and privileged enough that I could stay at home, but people who had to fend for themselves to earn their daily bread was they were literally fighting with fire every day, right? So thinking of all these things, my parents and me and my granny, we used to have this conversation that we're okay, we're going to get through this. And we started meditating as a family. We used to sit together and meditate, which I think helped me a lot because younger people go out more. You have a more outgoing life, you're more social, and then suddenly there's none of that. It gets to you. So I think I also faced some kind of anxiety and panic or whatever. But sitting down, talking to people, talking to your close friends, sitting with your parents, meditating, I actually understood the meaning and value of meditation during this pandemic. And I would recommend everybody, people just think, Are, what is this meditation? What is this nonsense? So, I can't sit like, please, you will only understand the benefits of it once you try it and on a regular basis. So, yeah, I
so
have
I was
really
actually, my
understood.
next question was, how do you keep yourself fit and healthy and glowing? So I feel it could be part, could be meditation, but any
Yes,
other tips you'd like to share,
I
your fitness
feel
tips?
Yeah, I feel like so again, working out, like I don't say go to the gym and pick up weights and anything, but I feel like everybody should incorporate some kind of activity, physical activity in their daily routine, whether it's a walk, whether it's playing a sport, whether it's dancing, whatever makes you happy. And every day that 1 hour, half an hour should be yours. You should just have that to yourself. Do whatever, even if every day is too much because people are busy in their lives, at least thrice a week you should have some sort of physical activity. It's not only for your physical being, it's for your mental being too. And the way our country is, I feel like you know mentally being sane is also very important, and physically doing any kind of activity will help you be sane too. So yeah, and yeah, just I don't believe in like dieting and stuff. Eat what you want, but limited. I
Right.
believe in, yeah.
Yeah, so I totally agree with what you just said because I started playing tennis. I used to play in
Oh
school,
wow.
and I
Yeah.
started playing last year again, and I played
Wonderful.
thrice a week and I enjoyed so much. So I can totally
Exactly. Exactly.
relate to what you're saying. And
Yeah.
tell us the tips on how you've grown such a huge audience on social media. Throw some light on that. How do you create your
Oh
content?
my God. So I have no idea. I had a very few following, and once Indori is released, thanks to the show has done tremendously well. It's been trending since forever on MX, and people are really appreciating the show, which is how the fan base has increased. And I'm just like, okay, this is good. I'm happy. So all thanks to Indori Ishq. That's all I have to say.
And tell us which has someone in the audience asked us your favorite movie. So tell us which is your favorite movie, an all-time favorite movie.
So I'm gonna take two names, two Hollywood films that every time I watch, I'm just happy. One is 10 Things I Hate About You. It's a very old film. I think it's a 1999 movie, and it's a rom-com. But I know that on the day I'm sad and I really need some, no matter how many times I watch that film, I end up smiling and my mood is refreshed and I'm better. So that is one film. And I love this other film called Silver Linings Playbook. It's another very, it's a film dear to my heart. For whatever reasons, I feel like it has some emotions that need to be tapped into the generation today. So yeah.
Nice. And tell us, like, if someone wants to make a career and they want to get into acting, especially women who are in tier two, tier three cities, what is it that they should do to, if they really have a passion for this field, what is it that they should do?
You know, I just feel like you should. I don't know people who don't live in Bombay, but I know how hard it is when one moves from another city to Bombay to pursue this because Bombay is the hub. Bombay is the city of stars, as they say. So I know a lot of my friends who have moved here and they've left their families and they're staying in Bombay to pursue acting. I just feel like if you're going to take that decision, make sure that you're confident about that decision because leaving your family, coming here all the way, investing so much, only if you're sure of it. If you're 100% sure, if you have the courage to face the consequences, because it's not an easy world here. And once you're here, I feel like you just need to work hard. You have to give your auditions. That's how I got in Dori Ishq because I auditioned, and I remember they had auditioned around 300 girls, and then they selected me, which was it's a very big thing. But that to get that show, I've also auditioned like 700. I've done 600, 700 auditions before that. So
Wow.
if you can get the ratio to get something good, you have to work hard enough. So yeah,
Yeah,
just
that's
believe in yourself and be ready to work hard. Don't be afraid to work hard.
and do give us, since we're reaching the end of our session, a winning
Yeah.
message, an inspirational message for our viewers.
I'm just gonna say something very simple. It's nothing you've not heard before, but I'm just gonna say, if you've got a dream, then you have to go after it. And no matter what anybody tells you, if you believe in yourself, which you should, then let the world say whatever they want to say. You have to go after it because yeah, dreams do come true.
That's a lovely message, Vedika. And I used to be in Bombay, and for us, like our core business is communication, but
Yeah,
I was always interested in women leadership, and that's how during the pandemic, our network came into shape. We, in
yeah.
fact, do a lot of panel discussions on Zoom where we've done it with US Embassy, IIT,
Wow,
Jai Hind College. Yes.
wow.
So we'd love to have you for any of our future
Oh,
panel
wonderful.
discussions. Yeah.
For sure. I'm
Which we take it
100%
live
in.
on Facebook.
Okay.
And for all of you out there, if you think someone has an inspirational story to share, do feel free to DM us. And ours is a movement to pay it forward. But thank you so much, Vedika, for joining
Thank
us
you.
today
Thank you
and
for having me.
inspiring us. It was a lovely, lovely conversation, and hope to see you again soon virtually.
Yes,
Thank
for
you.
sure. We should definitely do the panel thing. I'm totally in this. And keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great stuff.
Thank you, and to all our viewers and all your fans who've all sent your their love and their hugs and
Thank you,
their
guys.
smileys and their positive energies. So
Yes.
thank you, viewers, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And thank you for having me. It was wonderful.
Bye bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Take care.